Everyone, today we are going to see the array data structure problem on this how to reverse an array. Okay, for example, the given input array is like 1 2 3 4 5 6 and the output array should be the exact reverse part of this like 6 5 4 3 2 1. Okay, let's first think how we are going to do this. After we get the idea, then we'll write the program. Okay, before I get into the program, first we'll make this array into the index form. See, always the array of the index will start with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And I'm going to place all this value in this index. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The same for the output also. I'm going to put it in the indexed base. Now, whatever the value that I'm highlighted here as yellow, right? I mean the first element of the array. For example, the first element of the array and the last element can be swapped. So if you see here, in the place of 1 I am having 6, in the place of 6 I am having 1. Now I will move on to the first element here, and then after I swap this element, then I will move on to here. Now I will swap these two like 2 and 5. If you see here in the output, in the place of 2 I have 5. So I have to swap 2 with 5, and in the place of 5 I have 2. So I have to again, same logic. Again I have to swap these two to get it done, to get the exact reverse output array. Okay. As I said, with the swapping itself, we can done this reverse array. And here to make it I am going to make a pointer here. For example, I and j. Okay. Now we'll write the logic here. Very first, in the first iteration, okay, my I will be 0. 0 means very starting index. Now my j will be the length of the array, means last element, right? Now I will swap these two. Okay, swapping we can do either way, with the temp variable, without temp variable. That we will see when during the program. But first we'll write the logic here. Okay, then I will swap these I and j. After that, after I swap the I value, what is 1, and j value, what is 6, and after I swap these two, I will move this I to the next element here. Okay, now my I is 0. To go to the first index, I have to increment the I. So which is I plus 1. Right, I have to keep increment. Now currently my j is in the 5th index. I have to come before. What I have to do is I have to do minus 1 to get the 4, right? So I plus 1 equal to I plus 1 and j minus 1. This is what I have to do. I have to always increment the I, because after 0, then 1, 2. If you see, the j is getting decremented. So always I have to do the j decrement. Okay. Now the I is what? Currently the I value is 1, because 0 plus 1 is 1. Currently, actually my j is in where? 5. Minus 1 equal to 4. So my pointer moves to the 4. Now I have to swap this 1 and the 4th index. See, first index is 2, 4th index is 5. After I swapping this is how my array will looks like this. In the first index 4 is there, 5 is there. In the 5th index 2 is here. I swapped it. Now after that I will move the I, right? Currently I value is 1. So again I plus 1 equal to, currently already 1, it is 2. So my pointer will be here in the this purple color. Now my j will be again reduced to, currently the j is 4. So 4 minus means j minus 1 equal to 3. Again the pointer will move. Okay. But after this, if you see, currently my pointer here is in the 2nd index and the 3rd index j. After I swapped it, there is no element to swap. What will happen now? I will increment. I will become 3. Right? Now currently I equal to 3. Now j will become 2. Means both I and j, if both I and j crossed, right, there is no element to swap. Meaning if the j is very less than I, then means it crossed. Means it crossed the iteration. So there is no element to swap. So this is the very base condition to stop the iteration. Okay. Now we'll get into the program with all this explanation. So this is the placeholder I have created to write the logic. And this is the input element where we have 10, 15, 13, 17, 25. all I'm going to write a logic based on this. Please check. Here, first what I said, I need two variable. One is I, other one is j. Now int I equal to 0, int j equal to input dot length. Input dot length. Okay, always my index is from 0 to 1. Length will be starts from 1. For example, this is the index, right? If my, what is my length? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But if I fit in the index, my index size is 5. So I have to always do minus 1 here. Okay. Now my first pointer, my pointer is in the 10th value, right? My j is here. What I have to do? I'm going to write a logic. Okay. I have to swap. To swap it, I'm just introducing a temp variable to hold one of the value to swap. What value I'm going to hold? Input of I, meaning I have created a temporary variable where I just assign the input of I is 0, input of 0th element is 10. So here the temp value is currently 10, right? And what I'm doing is I'm just going to assign the input of I, which is where I have 10, I'm going to assign this 5 as the value, which is input of j, right? What is input of j here? It is 5 because currently I am at the last element, right? And the j, in the place of 5, I added the, sorry, in the place of 10, I have added the 5. Now in the place of 5, I have to add the 10, right? Here currently I is what? I is what? 5. Now I have to add the j as I, meaning I am just swapping it, nothing else. I am just assigning it value. See, it gets swapped, right? After swapping, what we have to do? We have to increment the I. If you see here, after I swap the 1 and 6, what I did? I just moved the I to the first element and the j to the second element, right? So I have to I plus plus, I increment and j decrement, because we have to come from the last towards the front, right? So I have to come to forward and it is a decrement. I said, what is the base condition where we have to stop it? Until the I is less than j, we have to continue. If it is greater than j, then we have to stop it. So I'm just putting I less than j. So this is the condition. It is because my variable is final. Okay, see, very simple logic, and we reversed it. Now we didn't, had a separate array to reverse. I just reversed the value within this input array itself. Now let me print this as an output. Always to print the array, we have to iterate through for loop, right? Okay, less than input length. What I am doing it here, I am just printing the array. Let's start. If you see here, what is my first value? Sorry, what is my last value? 5, which is my first value. And before that it is 20, then 17, 13, 15 and 10. If you see from the last, right, it is a reverse order. It is a complete reverse order. So with this simply swapping logic itself, we can able to reverse even a big array also. Hope you all understand this logic. Please stay tuned for the other data structure videos. Thank you.